Hello friends, and also hello enemies. Welcome to YouTube's only Thanksgiving toy review show. You may say that Thanksgiving's over, but I filmed this on Thanksgiving, so why am I looking at toys instead of spending time with my family? That's just how dedicated I am. I make a big sacrifice here. So today we are looking at Figura Obscura's Gods of Ancient Egypt, Thoth. So before I get into it, I do want to say I looked up the pronunciation of his name, and from what I understand, there's no clear consensus on how the ancient Egyptians used to pronounce it. It's really kind of up for debate, but most people say it Thoth or Toth. At least that's what I understand. I am not an Egyptologist. I just have a healthy interest in birdmen. This packaging is about the same as the Bastet and Anubis sets. Beautiful gold lettering and a hieroglyphic painting of our bird man. Here on the side, if I remember right, the packages for Anubis and Bastet had Anubis and Bastet on the side instead of a different character. It's been a while, I can't really remember. Anyway, some people were saying that this is Bastet, but then I saw someone on Reddit, sorry I don't remember your Reddit username, but good observation, that this does not actually resemble the Bastet figure. This is a lion head instead of a cat head, so this is probably Sekhmet, who is probably going to come in a future figure. And I would agree with that assumption. You know, it's definitely a cat woman, but she doesn't look like Bastet. So maybe it's kind of teasing another figure in the future. I would love a Sekhmet, she's cool. Got some information on the back about the series and about Thoth. He's involved in the procedure of weighing the soul for the afterlife. You open up this, it's magnetized. And you get your bird man within. Let's set this aside for a minute so we can see this beautiful artwork. You've got the Hall of the Gods and a mystical pyramid in the background. Very ancient aliens. Of course, this might not be depicting literal Egypt. This might be a link into the metaphysical world, the world of the dead. Very cool artwork. Let's take a quick look at the box. The inside box is very nice too. Statues resembling ancient royalty. And then that same pyramid backdrop, but this time with the ibis and child sculpture. So I actually have seen a review of this guy. I usually don't watch reviews beforehand, but every now and then I do. And from what I recall, he doesn't really come with that much accessories-wise, unlike Bastet and Anubis. A lot like the Jersey Devil figure they came out with. Usually Figura Obscura is packed with accessories and they've just been dwindling a little bit. It's really no surprise given, you know, the state of the world, rising costs. But we will look at the accessories he does come with in time. Alright, first things first, this fell off of him almost immediately. It's the center of his belt. It's definitely supposed to be glued in. You can see right there where it's meant to be. Easy enough to put it back on, but it's definitely going to have to be glued in because it just falls right back off. So unfortunately for the entirety of this review, we will be sans belt decoration, which is going to impact the gestalt a little bit. I hate it when something like that happens immediately when I open up one of these. It's pretty rare, but it is an easy fix, so I'm not too bothered about it. Just got to keep that safe. So overall, I like this color scheme. It is interesting that he gets red fabric on his clothing, because red was the fabric that the retailer version of Anubis and Bastet came in. The other ones came in, I have them somewhere around here, I should just look at them. I think they were just white or like tan robes using the same kind of human male body, but you've got this bird head up top, an ibis head, and I'm a big fan of these birdie feet. I especially like how the skin tone transitions from this dark brown into this nice teal. Those colors look really, really good together. This is a muscular bird. I've never seen a more muscular bird in my life. So we have two different head options for him, but this one is more stone-like, more mask-like. And it was the same way with the Nubis and Bastet, but then this neck is feathery. Of course, there's the headdress. You can tell it's kind of stony too. It's got some pitting. But yeah, as always, beautiful work. I never thought we'd be getting Gods of Ancient Egypt in action figure form. It is funny though, because the human body is so jacked. Like, the human body looks ready to throw down, but then you've got this really serene ibis face. Just gonna chill out in a lake, maybe eat some fish later. Goes to show you, you can be completely jacked and still be peaceful, though I don't really know how peaceful this guy is, actually. He's getting his protein. I guess all they eat is fish, so that makes sense. I'm going to try and look at articulation. He feels a little stiff. I really should heat him up. If I run into any stickiness, I will heat him up. And I just noticed that I said I should heat him up and lifted up his loincloth at the same time. That implies some things that I didn't mean to imply. He is having some paint flakage for sure. I can't do much with this headdress on. Yeah, you can take it off, but then there's this peg in the back. Looks kind of unsightly. But we'll keep it off for a moment just so you can see the range of movement it could have. You know, it's just a ball joint. And then there is a neck joint right there. It cannot move. This bird neck cannot move. You can see it's molded into the body shape, so there's not going to be any swivel there. That headdress that's going to get in the way. I'm assuming, and I won't know until I bring Anubis here, but I'm pretty sure this is just the same body for Anubis. I don't think it's a new one. Swivel on that elbow, swivel and hinge on the hands, swivel on the torso, a little bit of back and forth too. Leg out. Gently to the side. Here I am lifting up his skirt again, but I have to make sure that I'm okay. I don't want to snap this off. So he can go to the side pretty well. To the back. There's a thigh swivel. A knee swivel at that knee. Rock and swivel at the feet. But I mean, this guy doesn't need to get too crazy. He's a scholar. He's a scholar. A jacked scholar. So let's look at his accessories. We'll look at this first, even though I usually save the heads for last. So this is more of an ancient sculpture head, a statue. But this is a more realistic ibis head. Shiny black eyes, nice texture on that beak. So these are a little bit mismatched right now, I think, because it also comes with this neck joint. But the neck joint is obviously meant for statue mode because it's got this crack through it. I mean, you can do it any way you want. You can pair up the realistic neck with the statue head, the realistic head with the statue neck, whatever you want to do. And then this head has the same configuration, so you just can plug the headdress back in. In addition, there's also this sun disc that you can plug into the top of the head too. Very striking. I'm not sure if this is removable. I've tried to get it out, and I can't. I don't know if it's because I have weak fingernails, which is very true, or if it's just glued down in there, unlike this belt piece. So who can say? Because I would like this statue head, but with the sun disc as well. But yeah, that is not coming out. So let's take off this head. I am also having a little bit of trouble fitting this head into the headdress. I just don't know if I'm getting it in enough. It keeps wanting to fall out. But I keep thinking I have it pushed in far enough, and then it just falls back out. Ooh, and he is paint chipping all over the place. No, it's still... I could just be doing it completely wrong. Maybe my fingers are extra weak today, but he do look good with that sun disc. Yeah, I don't know. Let me look at the other head. Will it go in still? Did I ruin something? No, it goes in that one just fine. Well, it still easily comes out, but it's more attached with this head than it is in this one. I mean, this one is so loose, I might need to get some blue tack to keep it in, which is a bummer. I don't want to do that. So in addition, if you don't want the bird feet, which I don't know why you wouldn't, they're great. He has some very nicely made human feet as well. Some hands, you've got holding things hands on a different axis. And then these are note-taking hands with the slate and the scribe already attached. Be careful. I feel like this in particular might be a little bit brittle. Comes with an ankh of course, these two staffs, which I think either Anubis or Bastet or both of them came with at least one of these. So there's this cruder staff, and here is a one with more fine detail. It's got Anubis's head on it, but to me, at first glance, it always looks like a Parasaurolophus, you know, that dinosaur with the big horn. I don't know why, but that's really funny to me. Just the idea of ancient Egyptians using dinosaur staffs. So the Anubis and Bastet both came with reconstructions of ancient Egyptian artifacts, which was a really cool inclusion. So Thoth has that as well. This is meant to be a devotee of his praying to a Thoth ibis. Redone very well. Really cute tail feathers on this guy. Very nice recreation. And then a little informative booklet about what he comes with, why, what his deal is, some illustrations. Here he is with Emmet, who devours the heart of the dead unworthy, and I would love if we got an Emmet figure. That would be awesome, because she's like some crazy creature. She's like part jaguar, part crocodile, part hippo, something like that. That would be an awesome looking creature. I wonder if Emmet is a god. Is she considered a god, or is she just like an animal, like a monster? I think she should be given god status. I mean, surely there's a market for a crazy heart-devouring crocodile hippo. Am I wrong? So yeah, nice booklet, appreciated. But I mean, comparatively, really not much in the way of accessories. Not when you look at Anubis and Bastet, who are just loaded. Like I said, I mean, there's a lot going on in the world today, and less accessories might just be Four Horsemen's way of keeping costs from skyrocketing. But it's just a theory. A toy theory. Here we've got our 3 gods of ancient Egypt figures all together. They look very cohesive. They look awesome. I would prefer his cloth goods in the same color as these two. I guess if you've got the retailer version, they kind of all match better, but yeah, I would love if he had the same colors as these, just to kind of blend in a little bit more with them. But they all look really good together. I mean, things like this, it goes beyond the action figure collector crowd. I think people who are just interested in Egyptology and mythology and even just character design would be interested in these. So I do hope that they continue making this series. It looks like they're gonna keep on doing it, maybe with less accessories for the foreseeable future. I'm not gonna lie, the amount that Anubis and Bastet came with and the quality, it was awesome. But I understand if it's gotta be cut down a little bit. So those are our gods all together. Beautiful trio. Here is another Four Horsemen figure. This is the new Mythic Legions Koi. 2 animal bros hanging out, except ibises. Ibis? Plural of ibis is ibis, or is it ibises? Anyway, ibis eat fish, so maybe they wouldn't get along, but if a fish was big enough, I think it would eat an ibis. So, I mean, you tell me a shark wouldn't eat a bird? Who's to say? Next, we've got Marvel Legends Moon Knight. Much smaller scale than this figure, but that works in its favor in this instance. Moon Knight, not a regular guy, but a regular statured guy. This is a god, so it makes sense that it would be taller. Ibis, also famously a tall bird, so makes sense. And we've got Mezco, Indiana Jones. This is definitely the face he would make if he met a Birdman. I would be a little speechless too. So yeah, if you're the kind of person who wants your figures to all fit in with one another, I think this would go well in a lot of displays. And I just love that he's a bit of a nerd. He comes with the recording materials. That is so cute. And I also enjoy that they're already inserted into the hands, so you don't have to worry about posing them yourself. That is very handy, pun intended. So another great entry into the Gods of Ancient Egypt line. I do wonder how far they're going to take it. I hope they continue on. Really interested to see if that Sekhmet illustration becomes reality, because that would be cool. She's one of my favorites. And Maken Amet, it's got everything people love. Crocodile, leopard, hippo, everyone's favorite animals that can kill you. So as always, likes and subscribes are very much appreciated. Comments are more than welcome. And I will see you guys on the next one.